Hey guys, how's it going? And welcome to my kitchen. Welcome to my home. Today, I'm gonna be giving you guys a quick tour of my kitchen, and we're gonna be talking about what we're gonna be doing on this channel going forward. And I'm even gonna be showing you a few things that I've been working on here in the kitchen. So, well, without further ado, let's give you a tour. All right, so you guys already know I moved to a new home a few months ago. And well, this is the kitchen I'm going to be working in. Now, again, pardon the mess. I've been cooking here. I've been working on it. Again, we are on a limited budget, but I did want to show you guys at least, kind of where, the studio we're going to be working in. So, first off, look at this. We got a nice big refrigerator finally, so that we can, work with that. We got a nice little sink area here. We got dishes that I just finished. I got my little spice rack here. We got our gas stove. Gas is the best. Thank goodness out here in Mexico, it's mostly all gas. But anyways, we got our gas stove. In fact, with some rice that I made earlier for dinner. Again, I wanted to record earlier. I wanted to start filming my cooking, but unfortunately, there's some construction going on next door, and it was so loud out here. There was just really not much I could do. Either way, this is just a perfect time to just give you a quick little tour. And again, just the introductory video. Sorry, my English not so good sometimes. Bruh. But just an introduction, just so you guys can get an idea as to what we're going to be doing and working with here. So down here, we got our oven. All right, well, what we got for now, I cooked the chicken earlier. Look at that. So that's for dinner. So that's for me and Christian. All right, we're gonna have roast chicken. Again, we got the rice, and I made a sweet potato. Again, we baked it in the oven earlier. And then under here, but you guys are probably wondering what's under here, we got Gizmo's dinner. In fact, his meal prep. So what I actually do is I make his food once a week. Again, I'm going to share with you guys the recipes to all this stuff, okay, coming, in future episodes. But again, this is his meal prep, and I learned this from a friend of mine, and basically it's rice, sweet potatoes, and chicken. That's it. So, and basically I cooked the chicken. I used the broth that I cooked the chicken in to make the rice with. I baked the sweet potato, and then I just pick the chicken off the bones, from the whole chicken, and then mix it all together, and then I portion it evenly into 7 portions. Okay, for portion for today, he's gonna eat today from this, and then 6 more portions. So again, this is one thing. Again, the chicken, since I was so busy doing so many things, which again we're gonna talk about in a second. The whole thing with the chicken there, that was the easiest meal I could think of. You know what I mean? So I was just basically season the chicken, throw it in the oven, set it, and forget it. Let me know down below in the comment section if you know exactly what I'm talking about there from set it and forget it. Shout out to the great. All right, let me know who it is down below. So again, we got the rice, and again, I simply made just some dirty rice. Again, we get the whole chicken, and it comes with like the liver and all that stuff. So I just I made some dirty rice. Again, if you want to know how I made that, I'll be making a video on that real soon. Now, this is the kitchen. Now look at this. I'm working on some new things. Oh, you know what? Before I show you, let me show you what we're working with here. So check this out. We're dehydrating food. Look at this. I've been working on this stuff all day as well. So I've been so busy. This is some mango and guava mix there. We got some guava. All right. We got some banana chips. Some new thing I'm trying to do here with some mangoes. Anyways, all local stuff. There's guava, Anyways, so let's see how it all turns out. And again, just stay tuned to the channel, and you can find out, how it all turns out. So we got our makeshift pantry here. We got this new table. I literally built that table yesterday. And those chairs, we just got those in. Amazon had a special. Can you believe I got that table and chairs for 120 bucks? Yeah, that's right. I had to build it myself, IKEA style, but hey, great table. And anyways, these are some mango chips that I made earlier. All right, well, a few days ago. Guava chips, some tomatoes. Look at this. I got some dehydrated tomatoes. Whatever. Anyways, just experimenting, okay? And I'm gonna explain to you why I'm experimenting, all right? So, oh, there's the noise. You know, I think they're putting away the machinery that they were using earlier, you know, away. So pardon the noise. But anyway, so next we got some pineapple, some kiwis that I want to go on ahead and dehydrate as well. We've already dehydrated some apples and a bunch of other stuff, and they've already gotten eaten up, you know. So, but long story short, you know, why am I doing this? Why am I dehydrating all kinds of fruit all of a sudden? Well, it's because I'm starting a new business. Now, if you want to know more about the business, you know, the intricacies of the business, and even more of my life, you know what I mean? Basically, behind the scenes of my life. Well, you can check that out on my other channel, Jose Unleashed. I'm gonna, you know, be uploading a video to that channel as well, alongside with this video, so that you guys, if you're interested, want to see more behind the scenes, you can check that out. And for those that are interested in the cooking, well, you're watching this one, and so on and so forth, and subscribe and like, and you know, all that good stuff. So on the other channel, you know, it's gonna be more behind the scenes, and well, you guys probably get a little tour of the house as well, all right? Because, you know, that's my office over there. And if you want to see what in my office, you want to see a little bit more, check out that video, all right, on the other channel once you're done watching this video. But anyways, going back to cooking, all right, so what we're going to be doing on this channel is, you know, something like this, you know, where we're going to have some fun and just kind of do vlog style while we're cooking, while we're out and about, you know, doing stuff food related. Now, I happen to live in Mérida, Yucatan, Mexico. and you know, again, I'm originally from the United States. I know a lot of you guys are watching me from the United States, but you know, cooking is universal. And you know, I also speak Spanish, and I got grandma's recipes. You know, I happen to be Cuban. So again, you can scour through the channel if you're interested. I've already done, you know, various videos in the past. I've also you know, done live streams in the past on this channel. But you know, going forward, what we're going to be focusing on is that we're going to be doing recipes. Okay, so I'm going to be showing you, you know, my world famous hummus. You know, I'm going to be showing you you know, all kinds of things. You know what I mean? You know, Gizmo's food prep, how to make some dirty rice, how to roast a chicken, and anything and everything you can imagine. In fact, I would highly suggest that if there's anything that you would like me to cook or try to, you know, our topic that you would like me to cover on the channel, leave it down below. Again, this is just the intro video. Most likely I'm putting this, you know, on the front page of my channel, you know, so that way, again, you know, this feeds, you know, all the other stuff. Because look, at the end of the day, we're going to be doing all kinds of stuff on the channel. You know, we're going to be doing live streams on the channel where I might just be talking about food and all kinds of food related stuff. All right, so again, you'll probably want to join those and, you know, talk about food and you know, recipes and all kinds of things. All right, and you know, we're going to be doing the vlog style stuff. You know, that, you know, like this video, we're going to be doing just plain recipes. We're going to be doing all kinds of cool stuff. Okay, we're going to be doing dehydration, you know, demonstrations as well. We're going to be doing dehydrating stuff. So as I learn how to dehydrate, well, I'm going to be teaching you in return. Again, for some of you guys that don't know, I'm a former chef, a former cook. That's what I used to do. You know, that was my career of choice out of high school. All right, that's what I did for a good majority of my life until I started, you know, doing YouTube. All right, so, you know, just for a little, you know, perspective on anyone else, you know, anyone out there that doesn't, you know anything about my background. So, all right, how long have we been filming? All right, let me see. There's a long intro. Okay, that's not so bad. All right, I thought, you know, it was going on for a lot longer. But look, guys, you know, at the end of the day, I want to hear from you guys. I want to know what you guys, you know, are interested in seeing cooking. I know I've already gotten a few suggestions from some of you guys out there in the audience that follow me from my other channel. You know, wanting to do vegan recipes, which again, like the hummus would be one of them. And, you know, there are tons of vegan stuff. I'm not vegan, I'm a carnivore. But I eat everything, all right? But at the end of the day, you know what I mean? To me, you know, it was always like, you know, a sign of a bad chef when they couldn't figure out something vegetarian. Like, I mean, are you serious? Anyway, so you know, we'll be doing vegetarian, vegan, whatever. You know, we'll be doing all kinds of stuff. Again, everything in the dehydrator is vegetarian, vegan, you know, and so on and so forth. So again, stay tuned for that, for whatever it is you're interested in. If you're interested in meat, you know, just straight up carnivore stuff, you know, we're going to be doing that as well. All right, that's my specialty. That's what I love the most. All right. but one thing I do want to add is that, again, right now, again, you see there's like a hole down there. So again, this is, if you guys watch the house videos, the tours that I do on my Mexico channel, and you guys, have seen, the homes without cabinets or with cabinets. So again, we're renting this home. I couldn't afford to put any cabinets down there. So that's why there's no cabinets, but I have it open. But one thing I am gonna be doing in the future is we're gonna be adding a proper oven in that spot. I already measured, I already looked at some prices, and basically, as soon as I come up with like around 500 bucks, give or take, I think, probably a little bit more to be safe, we're gonna get an oven, because I need an oven, all right? Because this is the first house, the first time I've been without an oven in a very long time. And if I'm gonna be doing some cooking, I definitely need an oven. So in order for me to get a nice professional gas oven, it's only like around, like I said, like around 500 bucks. And hopefully, with the business that we're setting up and everything that we're doing going forward, well, we'll be able to raise that money, naturally, through sales and through everything I'm doing over here. So I can get that oven ASAP, so we can really crank it up a notch. But look, at the end of the day, we got ourselves a, other things, like, my little mini convection oven, air fryer, whatever that is. And for a lot of you guys, that's what you have. So we're gonna be cooking out of that anyways, as well. So even if we do get an oven, we're still gonna use that, because I know for a lot of people out there, you guys are looking for, quick, easy recipes, fast recipes, things you can put in your air fryer, and so on and so forth. And look, same here, all right? Sometimes, I cook the whole elaborate meal when I have the time. But a lot of times like today, I did not have the time because I was very busy. In fact, if you want to know exactly how busy I was and what I was doing, throughout the day, if you want to see what a typical day in my life looks like, well then check out this video. I'm going to be linking at the end of this one, which is going to lead you to my other channel, and you guys can see a little behind the scenes of what my day was like. In fact, what today was like, all right? So with that being said, all right, guys, thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I really hope to see you guys here in the future as we do, a lot of these awesome cooking videos and vlogs and live streams and all this food related stuff. I'm really looking forward to it, and it's gonna be awesome. And I'm really looking forward to seeing you guys there with me. So, all right, guys, you already know the deal. If you like, this kind of content and you wanna see more of it, please please subscribe, all right? That way, you're always alerted. Hit that bell icon. That way, they always let you know when I drop a video. And the last thing I'm gonna say is, don't forget to stay awesome. So again, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye, guys.